Hello everyone, I am Margo, your tarot reader, and today we're going to do a personal reading for one of my clients. She will be representing the Lady of Pentacles, which is a Taurus, and the person in question will be represented as the Horse of Wands, which is an Aries. For the privacy of my clients, prior to the recording, I called on to the energy with the personal information. So now let's get started. Personal reading. You're going to show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. Kind of in reference to my client. Okay, let's see. Well, in money, good news, a fresh new start on a relationship if you wish. Let's see. Okay, we are going to see what's going on, and we're going to follow up on all the questions that you have in reference to the person in question. Okay, so this is you, Taurus, and this is him, Aries. Okay, so as of right now, you are feeling and worried about the commitment that he has in this situation. You're wondering whether or not it worries you and it concerns you, whether or not he is in his marriage because of love or because of the things that we discussed. Okay, and you worry the fact that you feel love for him, and you're wondering whether or not he's also in love with the wife. To your surprise, I have to say that I feel that eventually you will have a conversation with her later on, not right now. Maybe before the year is over, or maybe sometime next year, there will be some type of conversation with the spouse. Either because she finds out, or either because she presumes that he has someone else. I feel that he does care for the wife still. Okay, he cares for you and he cares for her too. But he is also in the same mindset as you are, meaning he thinks of you, he cares for you, and he's more, right now he's focusing in his marriage. He's more concerned of the financial situation, more concerned whether or not, you know, him doing the best that he can to keep up, you know, upload in this marriage. Would it work eventually, or you know. So, you know, he's concentrating in work, he's concentrating on the financial situation, and he's concentrated on the marriage. He does tell you the truth, he's being honest, but I feel that there's some kind of situation that he's not honest with in reference to work. I don't know that he's working as hard as he say right now to you. I do feel that at the time he's telling you what he can and what he should when you conversate with him. I'm going to tell you now, I do like the fact that on your last reading, you listened to some of my advices. You went ahead and contacted him, because I think that you and him have more of a friendship, you know, besides a relationship. So that's a good sign. And also because you were able to talk to him and know about his situation a little bit more. Okay, so yes, he is working, but I don't think that he's working as much as he is. I also don't think that he's putting the effort as much as he should. He thinks he should, and he says he should, but I don't think that he is. Okay, I do feel that he's trying to work on the marriage, to be honest. I think that that's one of the reasons why he's kept himself distance at this time, because he's trying to fix one situation first in order to move on to another one. Okay, he does feel for you, so we have that clear. Okay, so on this first reading, as I see, I see you're more focusing on him, waiting for his return. I do feel that eventually further down the line in the future, not this year and maybe till the end of next year, I do feel that he is there for you. Okay, but he's also within the marriage. I do not see any kind of separation or divorce for this year. Okay, because this is the first the first throw that I do. But I also do feel that maybe you will have, as of right now, you're keeping the contact with him. This is for the next 3-4 months, but I feel that eventually he is going to probably cut the contact for a little while, for a minute or so, a couple of weeks or so, because he's going to have some issues at home, probably due to health wise or due to work wise, either him or the wife. So yes, but it is not a permanent situation. It will be a temporary situation that you will have lose little contact for a while. Okay, but that's okay, because it's a 501, so it just means that it's a temporary thing, that you will resume it one way or the other. You will resume again some type of partnership with him. Now let me see here for one of your questions. Okay, one of your questions is there any future for us? If you stay focused, if you maintain the friendship more than anything, when he needs you the most, when he just needs someone to listen, I feel that yes, it's going to take some work, it's going to take some patience, okay? And if you are focused on him, then yes, eventually I see a future for you, but not this year, and probably not for until sometime next year, okay? Will he or he, okay, let me see. One of your questions is also, will he or his wife going to leave him or divorce him? Okay, as of right now, I don't see that. I do see them being at distance. I see their marriage being more of a friendship than anything. Okay, I do see him trying to put the effort in that situation, but we'll see his reading on the next throw that I do. Okay, more focused on that. But as of right now, I see him working on the marriage, but I see their marriage turning to more of a friendship kind of situation. Okay, and I don't see, we'll see on his situation, but I don't see the intimacy being there. And I'm going to tell you this, that if they are still having intimacy, it's only based on maybe once a month. Okay, I'm just going to say it. But it's not something that is pleasant for him or her. Is his feelings real? Okay, is his feelings, you did not ask if it were feelings toward you or toward the wife, or but I'm gonna assume it's for you. Is his feelings real? We'll see his throw again, but I feel that you are more in love with him than anything. I feel that the love that you feel for him, it's a bit stronger than what he may feel for you. Yes, he cares for you, but I feel that you feel more for him right now. And it's probably due to the fact that he's not around as much, and that you don't have the physical contact with him. So that builds more love, more attachment toward the person that is not around. And then you have, why is his wife? Okay, well, I don't have the sign, the horoscope sign of the lady, so we don't know what lady is representative of her. But you're asking if it's true. Why is he separate? Okay, we're gonna see on his throw if they are in the same or not arrangements that you discussed. Okay. I feel that at times, yes, but we'll see his throw. I feel that sometimes, yes, it is what he says, being separate situations that you mentioned, arrangements. Sometimes, not all the time. But we'll see his throw in a minute. Is he telling the truth? Yes. I want to say 90%. I don't think that he's working as much as he is. okay? Is there anything you need to know? Okay, in reference to you yourself here, I do see someone else trying to come into your life, someone that you met in the past, that he's there if you like to, you know, get to know someone else in your life. I see someone here that is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but you're just in the no zone situation. You know, I feel that this person is coming in. There's someone that you probably will get to know through your job situation, or maybe when you go out to lunch, you know, and then you get to meet this person, or either you get to meet this person through a female friend. But I don't see you connecting with that person because you're still holding out for the person in question, the Aries, okay? So in the meantime, you know, if you feel that you need to hold out and wait for him, then go ahead. But you're also not letting the universe take the course that it needs to take when it comes to your destiny, because the universe is putting someone else there for you. We have another man here that is willing to be in a committed relationship with you, someone that is like you, someone that is Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn. Now he comes in here with a stability situation, a situation that you will be more stable in a relationship, not just a friends with benefits or what have you. So he's here for you to have a more serious committed relationship, but you also have the Aries. And I feel that he's in here as well as the other because you're wishing to have him in there, in that zone. But it's going to take you a lot of work and a lot of effort, a lot of patience, you know, to want to hold on to him, you know. Unfortunately, the one that you love is married, so that's going to cause a lot of conflict emotionally and physically and mentally, okay? So you need to prepare yourself for that if you're willing to wait. It's going to take you quite some while. I feel that it's going to be hard for him to have a divorce. If eventually he has a divorce, we'll see later, it's not going to be him doing the divorce. It's going to be the spouse doing the divorce because he's willing to hold out no matter what. He's stern and put there, okay? So it would have to be the wife deciding to. And you know, I'm going to tell you this, that if the wife doesn't know about the situation between you and him, I don't know, you did not write, you didn't tell me how long you've been with him. But if you've been with him for a long time and you don't want the wife to know, I understand. But you never know, it just might help the case in your situation, you know. I'm just saying. So if you really want him that much, you know, sometimes we have to be a little bit selfish when we want certain things in our lives, you know, without hurting other people, you know. But I feel in my situation, as I'm reading your cards, I feel that he has cheated before, and I feel that she find out as well before, and that caused a lot of conflict in their marriage, okay? So I feel that is why their marriage at this time is not where it should be. And also because you're in the picture in his life, okay? So now, kind of show me what must they need to know. Show me what must they need to know. Okay? And let's see, this will be for him. Let's see him, how the situation is. And then we'll answer again all your questions, okay? Let's see, Arcana. Show me what must they need to know. Show me what must they need to know. Okay? Let's see. Let's see him in overall. He does have money coming in. I mean, he's struggling over financial situation, but he has money coming in. So it may not be all that is said and done. And let me tell you that if he's in a marriage and he's struggling because of financial situation, why, you know, I get it. You have to have a home, you have to have a car, but do you have to have the best car? Do you have to have the best house? Not necessarily. Other things are more, how can I put it? You know, if you want to be happy with the little things that you have. If you want true love, you can't have the cake and eat it too. You have to make some adjustments, you know, in reference to love. So what I'm saying is to think about it. You know, when you talk to him, if you're the one contacting him more than he is, do not contact him every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Do it every other day or twice a week, just so he has you in his mind and just to see how he's doing. You know, and keep it short, the conversation or the text, okay? whatever communication you have with him, keep it short, and then keep it straightforward, like saying, I miss you and I understand and I'm here for you, but I would love to be with you intimately. Okay, just be straightforward like that, and so then he'll know how you're feeling and what it is you're wanting. Okay, we will see him right now and see how he is. He's not doing very good, to tell you the truth. He's more concerned of how to fix certain situations in his personal life. He doesn't see you and him as a relationship that broke up. He just sees you and him at distance right now. So there is no such thing as we broke up, okay? You will still continue to talk and communicate back and forth. I want to say that he is lying to himself about how his marriage is. You know, maybe because he doesn't want to see the truth, or maybe because he just doesn't want a divorce, you know. As of right now, this is also for the next, for after 6 months, okay, to 9 months. And this is for him. So, the question is, will he or she divorce him? As of right now, no, I do not see that. I still see her within the marriage, and I see you within the picture as well. Okay, he has thought of the marriage, separation and whatnot, but I don't see that happening. You know, he thinks that maybe if he puts himself into certain situations, that maybe the wife will get fed up and say, we're done. I don't see that happening. And I also see him saying to you certain lies, certain specific lies. In other words, hold on, you know, eventually I will leave. Maybe he might desire those things, but he's not actually going to do those movements, okay? Instead, it's going to cause him to have to talk to the wife and to try to see what is it that we need to fix, okay? I don't see him. And if by any chance it happens further down the future, which we'll see in a minute, it will be her doing, not him, okay? That's just how I see it. I think that the wife is aware of the cheating that he has done before, and she will be aware of what is going on between you and him somehow. And I still don't see her acting out, you know, when she finds out, because she's tired of the situation too. She is also tired of in other words, putting up with certain things that he does and say, I don't think that she trusts him either, okay? I don't think that when they have conversation, I don't think that they themselves, you know, believe their lies, in other words, okay? He does misses you. He thinks of you highly. And he does think, you know, whether or not if one day the wife decides to get a divorce, would he be with you? Yes. If later on in the future he gets a divorce, yes, he will be with you, okay? If that happens. Now let's see. But I also have to tell you that I don't think that you'll be willing to wait for him another 2-3 years. I feel that eventually little by little you're gonna start, you know, seeing other things and seeing the fact that you cannot put your life on hold for him. And that's the right thing to do. You know, I'm not saying go and date every man that comes in your life, but I feel that you need to continue with your life. You need to continue with your life and date other people just to see what's out there, and also just to help you heal your heart, you know, and your soul. And then eventually you just might realize that there's someone else better for you. I keep seeing this Scorpio pieces or Cancer men here in your life. I see another gentleman out here too. Okay, someone that will fall in love with you, someone that will care for you and wants a steady relationship with you. You know, someone that is willing to tell you, you know, I'm willing to commit, you know. So you have 2 suitors out here willing to be in a stable relationship, but you're still holding out on the person in question, the Aries. I feel that he's working a lot in reference to fix certain situations at home, and also financial situation, and also problems at home with the family, with the wife. But at the same time, he's also with you. Why? Because he cares for you, because he misses you, and because, yes, in his heart of heart, he does think of having a serious committed relationship with you down the line. I absolutely see this, as you can see. I absolutely see that happening between you and him. but he's going to be very saddened. He is right now very saddened, to tell you the truth, because of the wife and because of one of the, it's a family female member, could be a daughter. I see two people here, two females in his life that he communicates with constantly in reference to money, in reference to the house, in reference to the family situation and their concerns. And then he's very upset here, and worried, okay? But he's also worried that in certain communications that he has, either with you or one of the females at home, he's worried that, that something is going on, some type of betrayal, some type of cheating. I don't know if it's due to money or due to a love situation there. Maybe he's afraid that the wife will find out, and so that's why he's keeping his distance from you. But the woman has forgiven him in the past, I feel. So I don't see her divorcing him, because I don't see her thinking that this is a huge big deal from the previous one. Because why? Because he's not leaving. He's not making any movement. He's very unhappy at home. He's not satisfied at home. He's very unhappy at home. When he's at home, he's more of a depressed person, but just more into his thoughts, than anything, okay? He's not, I feel that, let's just say that when it comes to the conversation that you and him had in reference to the arrangements of the sleeping, I feel that yes, it is true, but it's not completely true. How about that? I will say that sometimes yes, not all the time. I think that what they have is, maybe one night they're together because they have to do those spouse, duties, and then maybe for the rest of the week they're sleeping in separate rooms, okay, for the situations that you mentioned. But every now and then they come together for those reasons, and then they go, So I don't see her being happy in the marriage, and I don't see him very happy in the marriage either, okay? They're just there for convenience. And unfortunately, that's a sad situation for him, because if they're just there for the convenience, why end up the rest of your years in such misery? So either he feeling guilty for something and he's sticking by the family, or he's holding out for something else. I don't know. But if this continues, I will tell you that he's going to be suffering, mentally and physically. He could have even a heart attack later in the year, sometime next year, if he continues this, because this will drain you, and this does stress you, and that could cost you a lot of health issues, either for him or her, including you yourself, if you continue waiting there patiently. And it's good for you if you're willing to do that. Eventually it will pay off, either because something happens to the wife, or something happens to him and he or she kicks him out, and then he decides to talk to you about something else. But I don't see this happening anytime soon. Sometime maybe next year or the end of next year, if that's the case, okay? But it won't be him doing it. It will be the wife doing it, okay? If you want to speed up the process, I will tell you this. Find a way to have the wife find out, if that's what you want. Act like innocently she find out, if you want to speed up the process. And then that's when you're going to know if he truly feels for you, if he truly loves you. Now, if you've been with him more than 2 years, then, there is something there. No one can say, oh, it's just a friends with benefits, okay? But if I say that you've been with him for under 2 years, then don't put yourself on the line there, and don't risk his marriage, okay? I'm going to tell you straight out, because then that means that he's not serious with you. I don't know how long you've been with him, but if it's more than 2 years, go ahead and risk it. If it's not, then you should just let him be. And then when the time comes, if it's meant for you, he'll come back, okay? Because we didn't discuss the amount of time that you've been with him. So now your question is he telling me the truth? Partially yes and partially no. He's not working as hard as he is. And yes, the arrangements are as he mentioned, but not completely every day, okay? The sleeping arrangements. Is there any future for you? Yes, but further down the line, okay? Like not this year, not next year. Give it or take. I want to say probably 3 years. Well, if you want to hold on, and by that time I see you dating someone else, I see you finding love elsewhere. Okay, why? Because that's the way it should be. You keep holding out for him, and he's too into himself. He's not really, you know, doing, he tells you he is, that he's doing it the best for everybody, but I don't think that he's putting that effort the way, or if he is, he's not putting it the right way. How about? Okay. And will he or she get a leave or separate? I do not see him leaving the house ever, sweetie. He's not leaving the home, period. He's not. He's not. Why? Because he done this before, so he's learned his lesson, in other words. So he's not leaving the house. He's going to stick to it no matter how horrible it gets at home. I'm telling you that now. And they are not having any sexual contacts. It tells me here that as of right now, they're off and on, but eventually there will be no sexual contact between them. Okay? Now let's see. Why is she separate? Okay, well, why? I don't feel that she's in love with him anymore. I feel that she's just there because to be there within the marriage, and I feel that she focused more in other things, either work or her family, or, you know, you throw yourself at other things before your spouse when you're not happy at home. Okay, and I feel that she's doing that, and for her to separate herself on a time that you need to be more closer to your spouse, I feel that she's probably feeling a rejection between each other. You know, she probably feels that she senses the things that he's been doing, and either she's out of love with him, you know, and vice versa between them. You know, he still cares for her because of the marriage, because of the children, because of what they established throughout the years. There's going to be a bond there no matter what between them, but there is not that chemistry of love, true love. Is it telling you the truth? Partially, not all. Okay, some of the communication is just going to be said, but not truly be the 100% truth. They will never be 100% truthful to you. Remember that. And we ourselves are not going to be truly 100% to them either. There's certain things that you need to keep to yourself. You can't just give everything away, because then what is there to experience, you know? So, but in this situation, I don't think that he's truly being honest with you 100%. Okay? Could be because he himself is not even certain on 100% on what to do in reference to his marriage. Okay? I think he's just holding out for the wife to do what needs to be done. Okay, well, is his feelings real? Well, this is his reading. His feelings are that he likes you and feels for you in a how can I tell you? He feels like you complete him, but you complete him in a friendship of, you know, like you can have a soulmate, but that soulmate can be your friend, like a soulmate friend, not necessarily a love soulmate kind of thing. Okay, but he feels more to that side to you. He does love you. He does care for you. He does thinks of you, and he thinks of you highly. And right now, because of the fact that he's not being intimate with the spouse, or not as intimate as they should be, so he thinks of you more often. Okay. So let's say that the more he fights and argues, and the more work he has to put in this marriage, and the more she neglects him, the more he thinks of you, and the more he misses you, okay, and thinks of you more highly. So, and that's a very good sign, because sometimes that the man can do he can do the best that he can to stay away from you, but the more that the spouse is bickering and fighting and keeping himself away from him, then that will draw him more to you. So that works in your favor. Not in his, but in your favor. Okay? He will return to you. You will have an intimacy before the year is over. I feel that you and him will be intimate again. Okay? Why? Because he misses you and he's not having it the way he should be, and because of all the difficult situations that he's having at home. So I see you and him being intimate again before the year is over, if not in the beginning of the year. If you play your cards right, continue, you know, texting him every now and then, find a way to contact him, and then just, you know, avoid the questions of the spouse. Talk about you and him most of all. And if he decides to, you know, bring the woman, the spouse in that conversation, then you listen to him, okay? But don't be the one asking about her. Don't do that, because it doesn't help you, okay? What you need to do when you text or you talk to him or any communication you have with him is, baby, whatever you call him, say, I miss you, and I really would love to be with you intimately. You know, and I'm here for you no matter what, even if it's just a hi every now and then. I'm here for you, and I will wait no matter how long it takes, because you are mine and I'm yours. You know, simple as that. Keep it simple, romantic, and straightforward, and they love that. Okay? And so, and you will be intimate. He will find a way to commit with you, or, you know. Okay? So now let's see. We'll do one more, which is to follow up for the first trimester of next year. That trimester, this will be for you overall, and we will see him as well in here, but this will be for your overall. Okay. Let's see. I would tell you this, that maybe if you do your cards right and do what I tell you, trying to see if she will find out, you know, act like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize, and what have you, you know, do your homework, you know, how to do those things. As I do feel that eventually, you know, there will be a separation between them, you know, eventually. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you that further down the line next year, I don't know how is it that either you will decide or